Hey guys, what's going on? Honest Abe checking in with your sports weekend update. I hope you guys had a good President's Day and that you guys have a good upcoming week. So we just recap each Monday what happened over the weekend in sports, mainly here in Tennessee, but of course we cover everything across the country here in the U.S. and of course we cover the Olympics as well, since that's in full swing as well. But Olympics are going well over in South Korea, and U.S. team is doing pretty good. And I'll probably bring you guys more of an update on that later on in the week. But wanted to get right into the sports. There's a lot of sports going on over the weekend, and of course, Tennessee basketball team. They're still doing well. They lost to Georgia over the weekend. That was 73-62, and it was a tough game. They kept it close in the first half, and Georgia pulled away in the second half, and they just couldn't get the comeback going. Turner had 14, Bowden had 13, and Schofield had 11. They play Florida on Wednesday, but I think Tennessee's still going to be doing well. They'll get it turned back around for the SEC tournament coming here in 2 weeks, and I think they're going to make a decent run in the NCAA tournament here later on in March. So definitely looking forward. They're still second right now in the SEC, and with Florida coming up, they could definitely kind of seal that second seed there. Hopefully, if they win out. But we'll see what happens with them. Of course, the Lady Vols also played. They lost to Missouri over the weekend. Missouri's number 11, and they're a tough team. I think Missouri is actually going to be a Sweet 16 team in the women's NCAA tournament. They look good. The SEC is going to be stacked in the NCAA tournament this year. I mean, and of course, we have the SEC tournament that starts in about 10 days for the women, and my goodness, SEC is just going to be. I mean, you got the Lady Vols that they're going to turn back around. You got Missouri, and of course South Carolina is going to be there. Mississippi State, I think, is up there. So the SEC is going to make a good run in the NCAA tournament. I wouldn't be surprised if one of the women's teams brings home the national championship again for the SEC this year in women's basketball. Would not be surprised at all with that. The Predators, they lost over the weekend as well. They lost to the Red Wings. They lost 3-1 on Saturday. They actually play tonight here in about an hour. They play the Senators tonight, Ottawa, and then they play the Red Wings again tomorrow. So they'll be playing the Red Wings again. But they're still second in the Central Division and still doing well. And they're gonna do well in the playoffs. I'm positive again. So definitely looking forward to that. My Sharks also won. They won 5-2 yesterday against Dallas, and they're second now in Pacific Division. So seems like the Sharks always pull it together a little bit after the All-Star break and make a good run into the playoffs, but they can never finish. So we'll see what San Jose does this year here at the NHL playoffs, gearing up here towards the end of March as well. Let's see what else happened. UT baseball also kind of kicked off. They finally got the win. Tony Vitello is a new coach for UT baseball, and they played Maryland over the weekend and got his first win as new head coach of the UT baseball team. So congratulations. And of course, women's softball has been in full swing. I'm sorry I haven't been covering that a whole lot, but just with basketball and hockey and stuff, I kind of tended to cover that more just because I don't watch a whole lot of baseball and softball for Tennessee, which I'll probably start doing a little bit more of that and getting into it and kind of keeping up to date on what our team's doing. But the Lady Vols softball team is good pretty much every year. They're 10-1 so far, and I think they're like number 10 in the country for women's softball, so they're doing good. And I think apparently there was some sort of car race or something over the weekend. No, I'm just kidding. The Daytona 500 was Sunday, and I remember the race where Earnhardt died. I actually watched that race, and it was crazy. And to be honest, I hadn't watched and kept up with NASCAR a whole lot really since he passed away. unfortunately. But the number 3 car got back to victory lane. Austin Dillon won the Daytona 500 yesterday, so congratulations to him. I think he takes on the leaderboard now. I think he got like 42 points for this week for racing, and so we'll see what kind of happens with NASCAR, and we'll do a little bit more reporting on that, of course. But yeah, definitely looking forward to basketball. Kind of finishing out the season here, NCAA. We'll do some more NBA coverage as the playoffs get underway, and take a look at Tennessee and what Grant Williams and Schofield might end up doing. You never know what they might do at the end of the season. I think both could definitely be drafted if they decide to go NBA this year. For sure. I mean, I think Grant Williams and Schofield could both be first-round picks, potentially. So we'll see what happens there. That's just my opinion, though, on that, and I know probably a lot of people disagree with me, but they are some definite beasts on the court. So we will see what happens down the road here, and what the Vols do and the Lady Vols do here as they finish up their basketball seasons. But this is the weekend update with Honest Abe. Don't forget to like and subscribe my page, and I appreciate you guys always watching my videos. We'll see you guys next time.